Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary theories and criticism. And in this video, we are going to discuss Feminism and Psychoanalysis. Introduction. Many essentialist feminists have been drawn to the psychoanalytic approach, giving it their unique interpretation. This video explores how key feminist thinkers have utilized psychoanalytic theory to analyze literature and femininity, highlighting the contributions of Sandra Gilbert, Susan Goubart, and French feminists such as Hélène Cixous and Louise Irigaray. Gilbert and Goubart's contributions. Sandra Gilbert and Susan Goubart have significantly influenced feminist literary criticism by examining female images in the works of Jane Austen, Mary Shelley, Charlotte and Emily Bronte, and George Eliot. They address themes such as mothering, living within enclosures, doubling of characters and aspects of the self, women's diseases and their treatments, and feminized landscapes. They argue that female writers often identify with the literary characters they detest through figures like monster or madwoman contraposed against the angel or heroine. Despite this tendency, Gilbert and Goubart describe a feminine utopia where wholeness prevails over otherness as a means of identity. French Feminism and Psychoanalysis. In 1980s, French feminism emerged as a pioneering movement in using psychoanalytic tools for literary analysis. Essentialists found that the theories of Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, Jacques Lacan, Julia Kristeva, Hélène Cixous, and Louise Irigaray explained some of their biologically based assumptions about femininity. Freud, despite being criticized for misunderstanding women and focusing on male psychology, contributed by identifying and medicalizing women's psychiatric obstacles and emphasizing the textual nature of his cases. Freud's contribution. Freud's work with female patients represented a radical acceptance of their voices, allowing them to express fantasies, fears, injuries, and diseases. Freud's daughter Anna and Marie Bonaparte, along with other women diagnosed as hysterics, were foundational to psychoanalysis. His narrative approach, treating patients like texts, laid the groundwork for deeper understanding in both psychoanalysis and literary criticism. Lacan's theories. Jacques Lacan's revision of Freud introduced the concept of the imaginary, a pre-Oedipal stage where the child has not yet differentiated from the mother and has not learned language, which belongs to the symbolic order taught by the father. The imaginary is the source of language, later tamed by the laws of the father, making the child's entry into a world of separation, consciousness, and binary oppositions. Lacan's notion of phallogocentric universe places men in control of the word, which French feminists advocating for les créatures féminines, a freeing form of feminine discourse that challenges binary laws. French feminist theories. Hélène Cixous and Louise Irigaray are prominent figures in French feminist psychoanalysis. Cixous proposes a utopian, primeval female space free of symbolic order, sex roles, and the law of the father, where the self is linked to the mother's voice, the source of all feminine expression. Irigaray emphasizes the connection between women's bodies and material nature, criticizing male abstraction and advocating for a feminine identity rooted in bodily experiences. Julia Kristeva's contribution. Julia Kristeva offers a therapeutic psychoanalysis focused on the mother-centered realm of the semiotic as opposed to the symbolic. She argues that the semiotic realm is present in symbolic discourse as absence or contradiction, with great writers disrupting the nameable. Kristeva's later work embraces motherhood as a model of psychic female health, highlighting the mother-child relationship as central to identity formation. Myth criticism and feminism. Myth criticism, another psychological approach, centers on archetypal figures like the Great Mother and early female images and goddesses. Feminist myth critics such as Adrienne Rich emphasize the power of motherhood and critique the cultural ignorance and stereotyping of motherhood. Myth criticism bridges the personal and cultural, allowing scholars to explore how various ethnic groups maintain their traditions while interacting with other mythologies. Conclusion: feminism's engagement with psychoanalysis has provided profound insights into the intersection of language, psyche, and gender. The works of Gilbert, Gubar, and French feminists like Sigsu, Irigaray, and Kristeva have expanded our understanding of feminine identity, offering new models of analysis that emphasize flexibility, creativity, and the deep connections between the personal and political. Through these contributions, feminist psychoanalysis continues to challenge and enrich literary criticism and feminist theory. So this was the discussion on the topic Feminism and Psychoanalysis. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other topic. Until then, goodbye and thank you.